Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If it's your first time joining, thank you. If you're a previous subscriber, a new subscriber, or you're coming from a video you have just viewed on my channel, welcome back. Today's video is a long time coming. I'm going to just jump right into it. If you have viewed my previous videos that were posted about a month ago, you will know that I was working with a company that I've decided to no longer work with. I will keep those videos up and posted so you guys can get those discounts through the codes. But I will no longer be sharing those types of videos on my channel. And that's just because some of the issues that came up with working with this company. Others may have not had that experience with the company, but I don't know if I'd say my morals or just my business outlook, that when you're working with a company, you just don't do what they did. So in that's why I won't be working with them. Okay, with that said, while I was away, I've been working on some crochet projects. I've been doing my needle turn applique. Not needle turn applique, but English paper piecing. And they're just little projects that I'm doing on the side for my own enjoyment, my own relaxation kind of thing. But while I was away, I learned that we are going to be expecting a new baby in our family. So I thought that it would be really cute to make a baby quilt. And what I will be doing is I will be doing embroidered blocks for that quilt. And in the years that I've been quilting and crocheting and things like that, I have made gifts for family members, and not all of the new babies in the families have gotten gifts from me. And if any of those family members are watching, I do apologize. There's just some days that you just don't feel creative, and in the last few years, that hasn't been, I guess you could say I haven't been motivated a lot in the last couple years. And I really apologize to those family members that did not get items. But as you progress in your ability of either quilting or crochet or whatever your talent is, you get better. And I really want to make this baby blanket, this baby quilt, and I thought, perfect time to go ahead and do this. Okay, so what I've done, I have purchased a few things to help accomplish this, and it is going to be a little girl. We do know that much. And I have purchased some white fabric, and this is what the embroidery is going to be done on. It will be done on the white fabric, and I'm not sure if I'm going to follow the colors of the embroidery. I'm just not sure yet. So it's going to be, if you're familiar with embroidering quilt blocks, they are called trapunto, and it's just a different kind of technique of machine embroidery. You can even do trapunto in regular quilting, regular embroidery, and it's just a little puffy, really textured look that it gives the finished product. So that's what I'll be doing. So I bought, this is a Kona cotton, and I wanted a nice quality cotton. I really like Kona cotton, and that's what I will be doing the embroidery on. And then for the rest of the quilt, it's going to be this really pretty pink, and you can kind of see the white on it. Let's see if I can bring that a little closer. I'm really sorry if the lighting's bad. You can see that. It's kind of got like little roses on it, and in the Trapunto quilt block designs, it has some little florets, rose florets in there, and I thought this would be a nice fabric to go along with that for the sashing, and the it'll be sashing, borders, and the binding will all be done in the pink. So it's going to be really simplistic. I have also purchased some, you can kind of see there, let me open these up. I purchased these a while ago, and I don't know if I really ever talked about these scissors. I did purchase these off of Amazon, and these are embroidery applique scissors, and got a little rubber thing here on the end, and you can kind of see that they have the little curve also on the blade portion, and it's just easier to cut, and you can have the little bend is in them when you cut. You don't have to take your hoop off the machine. So I purchased these. I cannot remember offhand what I purchased these for. I think I want to say maybe $12.99 or $16. I will put the price down below. Excuse me. A little bit dry. I have not done a video in quite a while, so my voice is a little dry. Then what I also purchased is, I got this a little while ago. It's been a couple weeks, and you can see here that this is, it is a big bolt of Pellin 80/20 cotton polyester batting. Excuse me. And it is a 90-inch by 6 yards bolt, and I got this for an amazing deal. It was $40.99 or something like that, $40.99. And I have Amazon Prime, so I did not have to pay shipping for it. So I thought this would be really perfect to buy it this way, because if you're familiar with buying quilt batting, you will know that if you buy the pre-cut batting for your particular quilt size, so if it's like, say, a queen size or a king size batting can be anywhere from 40 to 50, even higher up, depending on what brand you buy. So it can be really expensive, and I figured that 90 inches by 6 yards of batting for $40 was an excellent deal. And I did purchase this off of Amazon. I believe it was on sale, on special when I purchased it. I will include the link down below. So there's that. So with my Pfaff machine, I will be using it to stitch out these quilt blocks, and I'll basically be using the whole machine to construct the quilt. And most of my embroidery hoops are really large, and I purchased my Pfaff machine because of the sizes that it can do. But I only had one small hoop, and I'm gonna show these to you here. And this was my smallest hoop size that I had, and it is a 120 by 120, which is basically a 4x4 hoop. And what this does is it basically just lets me do designs that are 4 inches by 4 inches. And with my quilt design that I will be making, the blocks go from 6-inch, 8-inch to 10-inch. And I just did not have a hoop that was going to let me do a quilt that size, a quilt block that size. And there it is. I was thinking for a minute there I was missing a hoop. Okay, so these are the ones that actually came with my machine. The 120, the 240 by 150. So this is basically a 6-inch by, let me measure it. Get my big old head in the way here. So it's basically a 6-inch by 11.5. So I could do anything that is basically 6-inch by, say, 11 inches in this particular hoop. So there's those. Then this is the largest hoop that came with my machine. It is 360 by 200. And move these aside, get them out of the way. I'm sorry if I'm a little fumbly a little bit, being that I haven't done a video in a month's time. I'm a little bit off. So, okay, so like I was saying, this one is 360 by 200. So basically 8 3/4. So I could do anything that's 8 inches wide by 16 inches. So basically a 8 by 15-inch design I could do in this hoop. And I thought, okay, that's great and everything. I can do the 8 by 8 blocks. I wasn't sure if I wanted to use any of the hoops that I already have, because if you are familiar with machine embroidery, the stabilizers can get really expensive. And to do an 8 by 8 quilt block in this hoop, I would be wasting a lot. So basically an 8 by 8 so that's about centered right there, I think, kind of. So I'd have all this wasted batting up, or wasted stabilizer here and below. And I'm really picky about wasting stabilizer. If I don't need that big of a piece of stabilizer, I'm going to use the smallest hoop that I can get away with. And I just did not have that. So what I did, I have purchased this one. Oh gosh, I don't know how long ago I purchased this one. This one is the 260 by 200. And it's by the same company that I purchased this hoop down here from. And that's here. And this is the Creative Elite hoop. So it's 260 by 200. Oops. And it's 10.2 inch by 7.9 inch. So basically 10 inches by 8 inches. So that still would not let me do the 10-inch quilt block. And I'm okay with that. I don't have a problem with that. So I could still do the 8-inch by 8-inch in this one, but I'm still going to, if I decide to do that, I'm not going to have as much wastage in that. So I'm still trying to figure out whether I'm going to do the 8-inch blocks or the 6-inch blocks. But I wanted to have a hoop in my collection that would let me do that. So I went ahead and purchased one. This is my magnetic hoop, and you can kind of see that it just kind of lifts off, and the frame is, hoop frame is underneath. But this is the same size as the 360 by 200 hoop. So anything I can do on the 360 by 200 hoop, I can do in this frame as well. And it is, I still can't do a 10-inch block, quilt block in this one. I mean, I can do a 10-inch block if I'm floating and I'm only doing an embroidery portion on that 10-inch block. So I could still float the quilt block on the hoops that I have. But I just don't want to do that. So I will be probably, I don't know if I'm going to purchase the larger, I think it's called the Creative Dream hoop. And you can split designs on that. But I'd also be able to do 10-inch or even larger on that one. But what I did is I went ahead and I purchased the Creative All Fabric Hoop 2. This is a 150 by 150 millimeter or a 6 by 6 inch hoop. But where the 2 comes in, I'm going to open it here. So I went ahead and opened it and took it out and checked it out, and it looks really good. It's a nice sturdy hoop. And if you're familiar with buying embroidery hoops, they are very expensive. If I was to go and buy this hoop through the official Pfaff website, it would be $225. And that's just, I'm not knocking Pfaff, that's great. And if you want to buy the official name brand hoops, that's your prerogative. But I'm really frugal, and I try to save money where I can. And these hoops are just fine. There's nothing wrong with these hoops. And what I did was I went ahead and purchased the 6x6 hoop from Amazon. And where the 2 part comes in, as you can see here. So I'm going to open this one. Let me loosen it up a little and take the inner hoop out of this one. So where the 2 comes in is this portion and this portion. And the reason why they include 2 for you is this one is for lighter fabrics. This is considered a actual quilting hoop. It's called the All Fabric Hoop. And some of the sites will actually call it the All Fabric Quilting Hoop. But I really like the fact that there's 2 different inner hoops that come with it. And for this one, you can see that it says light right there. And these are for lighter weight fabrics. So if you're just going to be doing a stabilizer and a fabric inside of it, you would use your light hoop, and you just tighten it down like you normally would. But the heavy one, open that one up and put that one in. You can see that, come on, even when, darn it, I'm going to have to hold that in there. Even when I tighten it down as far as it goes, it is still really loose in the hoop. And the reason why is how I showed you. It says light on this one, light right here. This one says heavy. Okay, and the reason why that is if I'm going to be doing quilt blocks and I want to hoop the backing, the batting, and the quilt top all together in the quilt sandwich, I would use the heavier inner hoop. And I really just thought that was a great deal. You're getting 2 hoops basically for the price of 1. In my case, I'm going to be using the light because I'm just going to be stabilizing, I'm going to be hooping my stabilizer, and then I'm going to float my quilt block. I'm going to be floating my, I'm going to be floating my batting on top and then the fabric. And that's what that's going to let me do, is it's going to also let me use less fabric. So I can basically cut, since my blocks are going to be my quilt blocks, I'm believing I'm going to do the 6-inch quilt blocks. I can cut a piece of fabric that's going to be basically 7 inches, and it'll have my stitch, or my stitch allowance in there, my seam allowance in there, and my where I can square the block up. So yeah, that's what I will be working on. It also comes with this nice little, if you wanted to draw out your center lines to position whatever you'd like to position. And that's what I will be working on in the next few videos. Like I said, I'm really sorry if this video is a little wishy-washy. After a month of not doing any videos, I'm kind of just going to get back into the swing of things, and I'm going to take it slow getting back into it. I will share progress as I go along. I will be filming, but I don't know if I'm going to film the whole process. I think what I'll do is I will do 1 quilt block and show you the process of that and some of the stitching out on it, but I don't know if I will be, there's 12 different quilt blocks in the design set. I don't know if I will be showing all 12 of those, but I'll be showing you videos periodically through assembly. Okay, yeah. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Thank you to all of the new subscribers, by the way. You are totally flooring me with how many of you are subscribing, and I really appreciate that you're taking the time to do that. You can either comment down below. If you have any questions, go ahead and question down below. If you don't want to leave a question or comment below, you can always email me at jsnc18@gmail.com. Please feel free to email me. Not a lot of people have, but there's always that option there for you to do that. So we will see you all really soon. And thank you. Bye, everyone.